Yesterday, Veve launched their much anticipated waitlist. This is something that we've been waiting on for a while now, probably about anywhere between a year and a half to 2 years. In this video, I'm going to show you the experience as I recorded it, how you can participate in the next waitlist drop, and just talk about my overall thoughts about how they executed the waitlist. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So as you're about to see in this video, all you have to do is simply click the join waitlist like you would a buy now button on a regular drop. How this differs, of course, is you're entered into a queue, and you want to enter this within 30 minutes of the drop. It's actually, so after the last 5 minutes, you're no longer able to do it. So within 30 minutes, but not the last 5 minutes before the drop. And it's going to look like this. So you see the countdown, 24 minutes and 14 seconds. As you see in this video, I click join waitlist. It loads a little bit, and at the top it says you have joined the waitlist for the Veve logo, white and blue. After this, you just wait it out, and once it's time for the drop, like it would a regular drop, you just go to it and it lets you know if you secured it or not. So it'll say dropping soon down here, and unfortunately I got the message at the top that says sorry, you were not selected at this time, so therefore I did not get the drop. Unfortunately, after not getting any of the Veve logos, not getting the one from the IRL events which I attended, not getting the one from the waitlist drop, I did make a little joke about it, feeling like sorry, you suck and we hate you. Of course I'm joking here, but it was pretty painful to not get anything yesterday after I was pretty excited about the Veve logos, and I'm going to talk about them in a few minutes. But overall, the experience for the waitlist, I do want to talk about that a little bit. I think they did a really good job personally. Sergio, as always, wrote a thread on this drop covering the highlights of it, which I think he did a really good job. I'm not going to read this entire thing. I'm going to kind of talk about the highlights. One of the highlights I would say would be there's no need to use multiple devices because it doesn't give you an advantage, so everybody has more fair of a chance. There will be ways around this if there's not already in the future. I will say, looking at the secondary market, it looked like real users, not bots, did get these first few drops. I feel like if there's bigger drops in the future, which, that being said, these drops are 10x, 20x. These logos are doing really good. But I do feel like in the future we might see more bots. Basically, you can buy KYC accounts, and then there's a lot of other ways to be able to bot this stuff. There's no way to get fully around bots. So I think they're doing the best they can as far as that goes. And not having to wait 2 hours to get delivered. So I wouldn't know that because I didn't get one, but I guess people got them fast, so that's really good that they were sent out fast. And he talks about the winners are selected randomly. You got no advantage for having faster internet speed or being located in a particular region. Yes, I am interested to see the blockchain data just to make sure it was completely fair. Not necessarily saying I don't trust Veve, but it's always nice just to have that on the blockchain, which I haven't looked into yet. And then he talks about the drop itself, which is what I talked about earlier. So it's pretty easy and clear to understand. For an 11 a.m. drop, you have to go in at 10:30 and opt in the waitlist. I'm about to give you some alpha right here, so congrats if you made it this far in the video. And then at 10:55 a.m., you no longer are able to join the waitlist because you have a 25-minute window. And then from 11 a.m. to 11:05, this 5-minute window, you can make the purchase if you qualify. So if you do qualify, it'll give you 5 minutes to be able to purchase. I'm not going to pull up the tweet right now, so I'll just explain it to you. And this is just speculation right now. But somebody commented on my status yesterday, actually, and we're talking about how a majority of people that did hit in their group actually opted into the waitlist earlier. Now, I'm not saying that this is for sure, but if you've been in this space long enough, or if you've been in any space like this, you would know any sort of advantage that you can take, you should probably take, especially if it's ethical and very easy to do. So I would recommend trying to be earlier on the next few drops. As soon as that waitlist opens up, opt in. If you get any sort of advantage on that, maybe you do, maybe you don't. There's literally like no stress in having to do that, unless you're in a different time zone where you're already having to wake up really early, which was one of the complaints about this, was of course the time to opt in. However, I don't see how this is any different than the regular drop system as far as different time zones are concerned. Overall, I think the waitlist was super smooth and went great. There was no known bugs that I've seen, and a lot of people were pleasantly happy with it. Obviously, I didn't hit, but I do know a lot of people that did, so congrats to them. I also think that these Veve logos are really cool. I didn't buy any off a secondary market just because I didn't really have time yesterday. Sundays are super busy for me. I'll probably be looking at them in the future as, again, I own 0 right now. One thing I find interesting about this drop and about the golden Veve logo is that it's Veve's IP. It's the first Veve IP. So a lot of this other IP isn't really dependent on Veve. Like if, hypothetically speaking, if Veve dies, but the IP is able to be taken off of Veve, and I want to say interoperable, we'll see like taken into any kind of other ecosystem, even if it's not an open ecosystem, then it doesn't really need Veve to be valuable. Like these Disney NFTs and everything like that. The Veve IP obviously is dependent on the success of Veve. So if Veve as a company does well and continues to expand and grow and is loved, then the Veve IP will be worth more. And then I'm sure the first Veve IP will be worth more. But again, I'm just speculating. I currently own 0. I will be watching them. And as always, these videos are not financial advice. If you enjoyed this type of video, be sure to like the video for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe for more content, and check out some of my other Veve content. You can check it out right here.